સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. મોહનને ગમવાને ઈચ્છો માનની. A beautiful kirtan written by a brother in divine love of his sister, being her greatest well-wisher, wishing for her what he truly desires for her greatest happiness, bliss. Who was this brother? None other than Muktanand Swami. Who was the sister? Dhanbai. Why this kirtan was written is a beautiful story that is best remembered today on Raksha Bandhan. Muktanand Swami, before he renunciated, his name was Mukundas. He is said to be Naradji's avatar, and he was called Satsangni Ma. He was the most compassionate, empathetic saint that a seeker could get. He was a beautiful guru. He was born on 24th January 1758 at Amreli, and he lived his life nearby in a town called Amrapur. His name was Mukundas. His parents Anandram and Radhabai. These facts, if remembered, it helps. But mentioning these facts that this is a real life story that has happened 250 years back. It's not fiction. Since childhood, Mukundas studied Vedas, scriptures, Ramayanas. He even gave discourses on Ramayana. He learned music in depth. And he had determined that I am going to practice brahmacharya. Means I am not going to indulge in any sexual activities in this birth. I just want to seek God. But in those days, child marriage was very common. But he was a celibate in spite of child marriage. He wanted to become a saint always. He wanted to renunciate. But his family, his wife, nobody gave him permission to become a saint because they loved him dearly. And he was already very spiritual, very religious. So they wanted him to seek God while staying in Sansar. Once he heard Jad Bharat's story and got inspired to act like an insane, mad person. So mad, so insane that villagers started complaining to the family about Mukundas and started requesting the Darbar of the village that please ask him to leave this village. He's troubling us a lot. He's a nuisance. The Darbar already knew how wise Mukundas was, and he was a dear friend. He met Mukundas one-to-one and asked him to reveal what's happening. Mukundas shared his story. The Darbar requested the family to at least allow him to go for a yatra, and that will give him some peace. He was like, some ill spirit has caught Mukundas, let him go there and get rid of it. In this yatra, Mukundas' bhakti, vairagya started becoming even more stronger. He went in search of a guru now because he wanted somebody to guide him. But he couldn't find one. He felt suicidal at a point, and when he felt suicidal, God through Akashvani guided him to go to Sardhar. He said, there you will get some direction. He met Tulsidas ji and accepted Tulsidas ji as his guru, but he was still not satiated. Tulsidas ji was so impressed by Mukundas that he made him the head of an ashram. In that ashram, he met Ramanand Swami, and he felt in awe of Ramanand Swami. He felt, this is what I've been waiting for and searching for. He was now desperate to make Ramanand Swami his guru. Ramanand Swami asked him to take Tulsidas ji's permission, but Tulsidas ji denied. Who would want to let go of such a saint? from his own ashram. Muktanand Swami again played his trick. He started distributing everything from the ashram without any vivek. Tulsidas ji got very upset that how can you give away so much without any thought, and this way the ashram will get empty. He removed Mukundas from the ashram. Mukundas said, I will only go if you give me written permission that I can now accept Ramanand Swami as my Guru, since now you are not my Guru. With this letter he went to Ramanand Swami, who initiated him and named him Muktanand Swami. When Swaminarayan Bhagwan, in his one yatra from the age of 11 to 18, had gone to lodge at the end of the yatra, he met Muktanand Swami's Shishya named Sukhanand Swami. During this 7 years of exile, Nilkant Varni had decided that whoever will answer 5 questions of mine, I will make him as my Guru. What is Jeev? What is Ishwar? What is Maya? What is Brahm? What is Parabrahm? Muktanand Swami gave satisfactory answers of this, and Swaminarayan Bhagwan was impressed. He then asked Muktanand Swami to become his Guru. Muktanand Swami denied. He said, all this knowledge is of my master Ramanand Swami. Don't make me your Guru. I'll make you meet Ramanand Swami. He is my Guru and he will become your Guru. When Swaminarayan Bhagwan met Ramanand Swami initiated God, initiated Nilkant Varni, and named him Sahajanand Swami and Narayan Muni. He gave him 2 names. Swaminarayan Bhagwan treated Ramanand Swami as his Guru, and Muktanand Swami was instrumental in playing this role. Ramanand Swami throughout his life had told Muktanand Swami that હું તો ડુગડુગી વગાડનાર છું, સાચો ખેલ રચનાર તો હવે આવશે. I am simply the one who has come here to blow the trumpet of a great incarnation coming behind me. I'm just here to set the stage. The real show is going to happen through God. And this Sahajanand Swami was what he was talking about. When Ramanand Swami passed away, he handed over the throne of Satsang of Uddhav Sampradaya to Swaminarayan Bhagwan. So Muktanand Swami, who was actually 20 years elder to Sahajanand Swami, now accepted this young Sahajanand Swami at the age of around 22 as his Guru. And Sahajanand Swami had so much respect for Muktanand Swami. First of all, he was elder, plus he was instrumental to him finding his Guru. So he always treated Muktanand Swami also as his Guru. This is the background story of Muktanand Swami. When Dhanbai, his sister, came to know that Muktanand Swami has been initiated as a saint, she tried her best to go and request God that please give me back my brother. I really love him. It was an unparalleled love story. They couldn't tolerate separation from each other. She was also a beautiful seeker. She also preached Ramayana. She understood Ramayana and helped many people to understand it. All her efforts to stop Muktanand Swami or to reverse his decision went in vain. She also started preaching God and was in Gadpur once to read the Katha of Ramayana. Muktanand Swami heard her voice and immediately recognized that this is Dhanbai. It wasn't allowed that you meet family members after you have renunciated. And hence he asked God to please request Dhanbai to leave. Dhanbai refused. She got solace even by feeling that me and my brother are in the same location. And what problem does he have? Let me at least be in the vicinity. It's okay if you don't meet me, because they were never allowed to meet. A saint can never meet his family back. And especially Muktanand Swami had put stringent rules on males and females of following the same religion to meet and interact with each other, because he truly believed that that may easily distract them from God. So Muktanand Swami refused to meet Dhanbai and requested that she go away. Dhanbai refused to go away. But since now God is requesting to go away, she said, okay, I will go away, but asked my brother to give me one updesh, guide me spiritually. How do I overcome my spiritual struggles? Because we always seek God together and I can't do it alone now. I need His guidance. I need something from Him that will give me the strength to go on with life, to go on and progress on my spiritual path. And how do I tackle this vulnerability or this love that I'm feeling for Him and can't do without? This beautiful emotion is what really I admire. This saint of this sthiti, Muktanand Swami, this saint of this sthiti, Dhanbai, and still have divine love for each other. Not the bondaged kind of love, not the kind of love that is superficial or worldly or sansaric, but the kind of love that is divine. That I want you because I want to spiritually progress with you. This is the highest form of a relationship that a brother and a sister can have, that together let's seek God. Sahajanand Swami asked Muktanand Swami, please give her one updesh. I will give you an exception that as a saint, for once, God told you, and that's why you met your sister. Muktanand Swami denied. He said, if I do this, everybody in future will do this. I don't want this exception. If you still want me to give her updesh, I can do it even without it. Let her sit somewhere. Please draw a curtain between us. I will script a bhajan for her that will give her the updesh she desires. With the guidance of that bhajan, she can spend the rest of her life and progress on her spiritual path. That day, he scripted this kirtan, sang that kirtan in the night for Dhanbai, and Dhanbai spent the remainder of her life in a temple as a female saint or a Sankhyoki Bai. What is this updesh that a brother is giving to a sister and also to all of us seekers? Let's visit it. मोहन ने गमवाने इच्छो माननी, त्यागो सर्वे जूठी मननी टेक जो. Live a life that God likes, a life by which God will be pleased. For that, you need to live a spiritual life. What is the difference between a worldly life and a spiritual life? Is the sense of identification. Manani, dehabhimanani, means if you feel that you are this body and you are this sister and you are Dhanbai, then you are going to get lost. Go beyond that. You are a soul, I am a soul, we both are in search of God. Live with that thought in the center. Then there is no sister, then there is no brother, then there is no viraha, then there is no separation. All these are jhuthi manani take. All these are wrong perceptions, concepts of the mind, which are deceiving us, which are illusions. Drop all those thoughts, drop the mind ego, body ego, and connect with your own spirit. It will help you overcome this. Pativrata no धर्म अचड़ करी पाड़ जो, हरि चरणे रह जो, अबड़ा थई छेक जो. Remember who's our Pati. We are both married to God. God is our husband. And we have to fulfill that Pativrata towards that husband, which means we have to love him the most. Hari Charane Rehjo. Be at the feet of the Lord and become extremely weak at his feet. We are all minuscule specks of dust in front of the Almighty. So till the end of your life, remain surrendered to this Almighty and let him run the show. वड़ी एक बात कहूँ छू अधिक विवेकनी, सांबड़ बेनी तारा सुख ने काज जो, हरिजन संगे राखो पूर्ण प्रीतड़ी, त्यागो मद मत्सर जूठी कुड़लाज जो. I am giving you one more updesh which is full of vivek. Vivek means it is extremely beneficial for you. I'm telling you something that is an appropriate way to think and live. It is the sense of discernment with which I'm telling you this. It is a truth and it will help you. It will give you bring you a lot of happiness in your life. All those seekers who love God, Harijans, love them intensely. Loving a lover of God helps increase your own love for God. So he is telling her that love all seekers, rakho purana pritadi. Don't have love for family, have love for seekers who are seeking God. Tyago mad matsara jhuthi kudalajjo. Overcome all the negativities inside you, if there are any. Mad, matsar, all these are inner enemies. And never be ashamed of seeking God. Kud, parampara, sansar, society, don't be ashamed of them. Just do what is the right thing to do. सुखदायक तू जाने सुंदर श्याम ने, अति दुखदायक मन पोतानु जान जो, मुक्तानंद नो नाथ मगन थई सेव जो, समझी विचारी बोलो अमृत वेण जो. Who is the source of happiness? God. And what is the source of unhappiness? Your own mind. He says, serve my Lord all your life and be magan in it. Be absolutely lost and enthusiastic. Be extremely immersed in that activity. And whenever you speak something, think and speak, and only speak Amrutvani. Whatever you speak should be like Amrut, like nectar. Sambhad beni harir jani ritadi, mohan varne मान संगाथे वैर जो, साधन सर्वे मान बगाड़े पड़ विषय, जेम बड़ियों पैसा कर्मा अहि जैर जो. He's addressing her as Beni, as sister. Sambhad Beni. Listen to me, my dear sister. I will tell you how to please this God. First, I will tell you what displeases him. If you ever have ego of even doing sadhans on this spiritual path, it will spoil everything for you, and God really doesn't like it. He has wear against man. Anybody who has even a drop of ego inside him or her, God really doesn't like it. So drop your ego in entirety, because this ego will keep you away from God, distant from God. Even doing purusharth, sadhan, can bring man inside you. My Purusharth, my sadhan, I have to do this. It's my accountability, my responsibility. This I becomes so large even on the spiritual path that it brings that I am something. Others are not doing it, I am doing it. Because I am doing it, I found God. And that I has to drop. How is this I? It is like in a glass of milk. If you put some poison from a snake's mouth, that milk is undrinkable. So how much ever spiritual you are, if there is a drop of ego, it can spoil everything. दासी थईने रह जय दीन दयाड़नी नीची टेल मळे तो माने भाग्य जो भव ब्रह्मादिक ने निश्चय મળતી નથી પુરુષોત્તમ પાસે બેઠાની જાગ્ય જો. Why am I not coming back home? Because even Bhava Brahma doesn't get this chance to be with God. You and I have found God, Sahajanand Swami. After leaving this opportunity, why would I live a sansaric life? You also become a dasi of this Deen Dayal. Deen Dayal means the one who is compassionate to even the poorest. We are spiritual souls who are extremely poor in front of God. But His compassion will make us live a great spiritual life. We need His grace more than our efforts. And to win His grace, we need to please Him. For that, we need to be with Him. And even if we get the last row or the lowest seat in His home, we are still more luckier than even Brahma. प्रीत करे पुरुषोत्तम साथे नित्य नवी दाजिश मां देखी के सन्मान जो मुक्तानंद नो नाथ मगन थई सेव जो तोरी जय रसियो सुंदर वर कान जो. Every day fall in newer and more intense love with God. And when you are on this path, if some other saint, some other seeker is getting some sanman from God, don't get jealous there. Be inspired, but never get jealous. Always madly stay immersed in God's bhakti. This will please Him. In fact, you should get happy that, oh wow, one more seeker pleased God, and I also want to please God like this. It's so nice to be around or to know another saint, another seeker who has pleased God. I will go and touch that person's feet, that wow, what did you do to please Him? And even your charan ka sparsh is divine for me. I'm so blessed to be around such seekers. कान कुंवरनी रीत सुणी मन माधरो तो तम रहशो मगन सदा हरि संग जो पुरुषोत्तम ने नथी कोई पर पोता तणु पूर्ण काम न राचे केने रंग जो. I will guide you how God thinks. Keep this in your mind. Then you will always be focused on God rather than anything else. God doesn't have partiality or potapanu on anything. This is my saint, my seeker, my ashram. He doesn't have this. He's doing all this for our benefit. But otherwise, He is trying to preach independence to us, and He doesn't have anything potapanu on anybody. He does not become bondage to anybody. Then how can we not learn this from our master? He is so detached, attached. He loves me but is not bondaged with me. Like that, I love you but I am not bondaged with you. And we must love God and not stay bondage to each other. Loving is a beautiful emotion. which is very different from bondage. Never get confused. God never renunciated from his seekers. So let us get totally attached to this God. He is the replacement to our brother sister bond now. And because I am following the path in which a saint cannot meet the family, allow me to do that. Allow yourself to do that. We both will meet in the spiritual energy of God. करुणा निधि माँ कामादिक व्यापे नहीं, ईर्ष्या मान तणो नहीं अंतर लेश जो, कड़वा वेण कहे पोताना दास ने, औषध सम आपे उत्तम उपदेश जो. This God is teaching us to become desireless. We should have no desires. But that doesn't mean that we become lifeless. We have to live life enthusiastically with desires to please God. But if the outcomes don't go our way, we don't have to be disturbed. You want me, but you can't get me. So stop desiring me more and let's just desire God. Irsha, jealousy, ego, man. Don't let all these come inside you. Don't even let Dehabhiman come inside you. To help us overcome these, God will tell us Kadava Ven. Means He is not going to tell us anything in sweet language. He is going to be extremely ruthless, assertive, be a strict teacher, be a strict master, may taunt us, may use sarcasm, may use anything to ensure that we follow His advice, that we don't get distracted from our path, but take all these things as medicine. If we want to heal, we have to drink bitter medicines. When God, as a teacher, as a master, ever tells you some bitter truths, don't get offended. Don't allow your ego to justify, to explain, to give excuses, and to try to win the argument. Don't do this. Listen to what is being said and why it's being said and what good can come out of it. God always wants to help us overcome desires, and we always go back to Him to fulfill our wishes. Understand the truth that is beyond our ignorant wishes, that we don't even know are going to bring us happiness or unhappiness. जे जे वचन कहे सुंदर वर श्यामड़ो, सुख उपजे तेम करवो शुद्ध विचार जो, मुक्तानंद नो नाथ सदा सुखदाई छे, एवं जानी करजो पूर्ण प्यार जो. Whatever pieces of advices, guidance that God has given in the Vachanamrits, in the Shikshapatri, in Gita, in Bible, in Quran, wherever God has given us guidances, follow them. Follow every Vachan. Don't take exceptions. Don't deviate. Don't use your own intelligence. Surrender to His intelligence. Do as He says. Then you will feel eternal bliss inside you, and you will have Shuddha Vichar. God is extremely happiness spreading. He is the source. He has abundant of happiness, peace, joy, love inside Him, and He wants you to also experience Him. Love Him in entirety with no ifs and buts. Don't want anything over and above God. Be happy only having Him in your life. Everything that is there as an emptiness inside you, as a hole inside you, my absence will be abundantly compensated by His presence. सुख सागर हरिवर संगे सुख मान जो, अति गणि मैर करी छे श्री महाराज जो, पुरुषोत्तम साथे पूर्ण सगपण थयु, आपण तुल्य नहीं कोई बीजू आज जो. this Sukh Sagar, this ocean of happiness, if we stay with him, we will also completely drench in that happiness. He has showered his grace on us by meeting us. This birth, we found the Almighty. What better could we ask for from a birth? We are now completely married to him. Purushottam સાથે પૂર્ણ સગપણ થયો. Now he is our deepest relationship. He is our spouse. He is our father. He is our mother. He is our brother. He is our sister. And there's nobody more blessed and lucky than us. Now don't ask for me, just ask for him. રવિ મંડળમાં રાત તણું દુઃખ નવ નડે, પારસ પામે ધન દુર્બળતા જાય જો, તેમ પ્રગટ પુરુષોત્તમને જે જે મળે, તેનો મહિમા ભવ બ્રહ્માદિક ગાયજો. In the solar system, during the day, where the sun is, there can never be darkness. When you find a wishing stone, you can never be poor. You can ask for wealth, you can rub the stone and there'll be immense amount of wealth coming in. Just like that, we have found Pragat Purushottam, God in his live incarnated form. Are you understanding the value of this, the mahima of this? Even Brahma sings the mahima of finding God in a human birth. We found God, we found Guru. Now what do we want? We don't want each other. We just need to bask in this. We have found the treasure that we both were seeking, even as a brother and a sister. Tan abhiman taje પૂર્ણ સુખ પામીએ, શામળિયા સંગ વાધે સાચી પ્રીત જો, મુક્તાનંદ કહે મર્મ ગણો છે આ વાતમાં, જાણી લેજો અતિ ઉત્તમ રસ રીત જો. To conclude the bhajan he is saying, Tan abhiman. Because I am Maulik, I feel all these are my obstacles or asks. Forget that you are Dhanbai. I also love you a lot, but then I forget that I am Mukundas. Muktanand Swami is my rebirth. Let's treasure those memories that we had as Mukundas, but then forget everything, not want it again. Tan Abhiman will make us go back to it. But now we are free spirits. As a free spirit, now fall in that intense love that you had for me. That much intense love have for God. Replace me with God. I am telling you this, there is a lot of marm in what I am saying right now. This is what I am telling you is the secret with which you will be able to overcome what is right now troubling you. Just forget your Tan Abhiman. Now, the remainder of this life, live as a spirit rather than Dhanbai. And immerse yourself in the divine love of God. This vichar, this reet, this method is absolutely beautiful. Remember that whenever you become weak again, just remember this one piece of advice and you will be able to overcome everything. All of us are facing some obstacles, some desires, some challenges, but all of them are of this Tan. Let us all overcome this Tan Abhiman. Let us all, for once and for all, become His in entirety, with zero transaction that we want from Him. Know Him, understand Him, read His stories like this, which are beautiful. Understand Muktanand Swami's perspectives, Dhanbai's perspectives, and let us also become like them, free-spiritedly immersed in God. Sahajanand Swami Maharaj ne jai.